Any questions before we start today? Questions about Coursework 1 or finding a supervisor? Everybody noticed that the project list has been released. I think yesterday. Was it released yesterday or Wednesday? Yesterday. Okay. Question?
The research paper don't have the related work part. Do I need to change one paper?
No. So the question was, what if the research paper doesn't have a related work section, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to change it. You need to have a DOI. Does it have a DOI?
Yeah.
Okay. Some research papers don't have a related work section, but they do have related work. So you would still have to look through and try to find that closely related work. Yeah. And if you look carefully at Coursework 1, there are some supplementary lectures, some videos, and the references. There's an example in there where there's no related work, actually. So I show an example. It's actually from chemistry, the paper, where I'm looking through and I say like, oh, there's no related work section in here. But I still have to do some work to find that paper, the important previous paper. Yeah. Any other question about Coursework 1? Does anybody want me to review their Coursework 1 in the workshop? I should have offered some extra points. If anybody wants to, I'll give you 5 or 10 extra points. Yeah? Yeah, it will be like here in front of the class. Yeah. You would get, extra points, plus you get the feedback, so you get a massive boost. You can think about it. We're here for some time. You can still think about it. Okay. Has everybody heard of Chat GPT?
Yeah.
This is the thing that everybody has been talking about. When did it come out? Like December or November? I think November or December, something like that. Does anybody remember when it was unleashed to the public? Anyways, ever since it was published, the whole department in the university has been talking about it. How is this going to affect our studies? One professor in the computer science department said they used Chat GPT to take one of their own tests, and it scored quite high. It scored in the 60s, and it was even above the average student. I don't know what test that was or what the test looked like, but so it looks like, I don't know, it looks like possibly the landscape of education has changed. So this workshop, we're going to experiment to see if we can use Chat GPT to help us with Coursework 1. Like, can Chat GPT do Coursework 1 for us? Well, it can't do the whole thing, right? Because it can't, like, edit videos and record your voice and stuff like that. But it's a natural language processing tool. That's what it is. It processes natural language. And we're doing an exercise in extracting the meaning from natural language. That's the Coursework 1. That's a major component. So we're going to try to see, okay, we have this task in front of us. Let's see how Chat GPT reacts to this challenge. Does it sound interesting? I think it's going to be interesting. So I think everybody here knows the drill. So today's instructions should be really interesting. I've never done anything like this before. right? This is new for me. Probably, I don't know if you guys have done anything like this before. Maybe you have already. Maybe you've already tried. But we're going to find out today what the deal is, so to speak. So we're going to get into groups as usual. You choose a research paper, right? One of my research papers, since I'm familiar with it, I'm going to know like the concept, the implementation, and the data details and all those things. You need to have, the paper has to have a DOI, by the way. And then you use Chat GPT to see if you can extract the essentials of that research paper, right? So you can, this is only a suggestion, you can experiment, right? You can experiment with the language and the things that you ask Chat GPT. You can start by entering the paper DOI into the chat and then ask ChatGPT the following questions. Can you describe the concept presented in this paper? Can you summarize the implementation the authors use? What is the most important related work for this paper? What are the characteristics of the data used in the paper? What type of evaluation do the authors use? Right, those are the essentials, right? You can test out variations of these questions, right? These are just example questions, right? Because you're trying to use Chat GPT to give you the answers for Coursework 1. Yeah. And then you use a Google Doc. You use a Google Doc, one per team. You put the title of the paper at the top, the DOI, and then take screenshots of each question and answer from Chat GPT and paste them in the Google Doc. Right? So you asked it this question, what is the contribution of this paper? It gives you an answer. Take a screenshot, put it in the Google Doc, and then share your Google Doc with me. I did forget something. I forgot to put the URL for ChatGPT, but I think everybody's seen it, haven't they? We've all seen it. If you need the link, let me know. Yeah. Does this sound like fun? I think this is going to be. I think this is going to be very educational for us all. That's my guess, and it should be kind of fun too in some ways. I can say, I won't say what the results were, but I tested it out myself. I won't say what happened. I'll let you guys see. I think the results change, right, depending on different factors, right, what information you provide. I think the results change depending on the information you provide and depending on which paper you choose. I think those both influence the results. Okay, so I guess I can allocate some groups then. I think you three would be a good group. So you three can form a group, 1, 2, 3. Try to sit further apart from each other. Why don't you guys, all four of you, that sounds good. I'll let you guys decide. If you want to have one group or two, we can decide. Free education. Well, it's not free. Extra. It's this one, right? This is Chat GPT. Just in case everybody, just to make sure everybody knows, this is Chat GPT. Yeah. This is the tool we're using. So there it is. Try Chat GPT. There it is. It may, I think it asks you to log in. Yeah, either log in or sign up. I can log in. I think you've all tried it before. Has anybody not tried it yet? Is anybody using it for the very first time today? Okay, okay. Oops. And there it is. You can just start entering things. If you've never used it before, this is going to be even more interesting. Because it is surprising. Like, it's very advanced. It's the most advanced natural language processing I've ever seen. Yeah. Basically, the question is, what are the limits? How far can you go with this tool? How helpful is it? One of the differences is in this exercise, which you do on the line, because I know, I can see if it's correct.
Do you want solar the
Everybody understand the exercise? Yep. That's a good one to test. Yeah, it's a good one to test for sure. Anybody interested to see how this is going to turn out? Just anybody interested? I'm interested. I guess there are some people that have tried this out already in this class, I guess. It's pretty cold, isn't it? I think what I'll do is, before we start reviewing the answers, what I'll try to do is make some predictions, like what I think is going to happen. I'll try that before we review the submissions. Just catching up on some email. I love email. I love it. You can never have too much email. Question? Oh, is this the one you chose for coursework? A long description. I don't understand why screen recording is so difficult.